Alright, Sixers, let's just jump in. So in the last video, I talked about a theory that I had regarding the wishes and how basically each wish is kind of unique depending on the wish. And today, let's talk about the ending scenes of Obsession where Nikki makes a wish. We don't know the wish he makes. And Bear is then, we don't know the wish he makes, but obviously it seems as though there's somebody in Bear who takes over Bear. And then, Bear is in love with Nikki. And for those little seconds, it seems as though they're actually in love. And maybe this could work out. Obviously, this not being the two original people like we followed in the movie at that point. What is up, guys? I am back with another obsession theory video for you guys. If you guys didn't watch my previous video, before you even start this, you might as well go back and watch the previous video so you have a better understanding of the full theory of where I'm at in this video and what we're talking about today. By the way, also, thank you. You guys have been loving my obsession videos, so I'm just going to keep giving you guys to you. With that being said, let's lock in and get right into it. But before all that, to get a better understanding, let's actually go through the rules of the wish. Bro, I actually looked through this. I can't find a good picture to show you guys without the watermark. I'm so sorry. But the other ones are too blurry. You can't even read it. I'm probably just going to do an edit and just list the actual rules. But like, this is just to show you guys what I like got it off. Like, this is actually like official, the Wishing Willow from Blumhouse or whatever. I ain't reading all of it, and bro, to keep going around and around and around, I ain't doing all that. But let's get it. Number one is basically saying single use only. One wish, one person. You cannot switch it up. You can't be like, a I want to wish for another wish. Hell no. Two, no multiple attempts. Again, can't change a wish, can't ask for more wishes. Rule number three, one wish per life per person. Again, even if you have a young bull and you be like, hey, little Tommy, I need you to wish that I have more wishes, it will not work. You cannot do that. Number four, unintended consequences. Now, when I read this part, like, I'm gonna have it on the thing so you can read it, look at it right now. So basically, is saying that like anything can kind of happen depending on your specific wish. Like, basically, expect the unexpected. That's the only way I can kind of explain this rule. All right. Number five, obviously, use it at your own risk. Again, expect the unexpected. Like, you might think something is good, you might be saying, yes, I wish for $1 billion, but what's going to come with you wishing for that $1 billion at the end of the day? Number six, wishes can't involve time at all. Like, you can't be like, I want to go back in time to do this. I want to go back in time to fix this wish. I want to go do this, do this. And this is very important to what I wanted to get into leading up to the final ending of the movie. At the end, Bear is trying to get Nikki to make a wish to coincide with his wish to try to basically, break it off or fix it. And this rule is basically saying that Bear's, it wouldn't work. Like, even if Bear tried to get Freaky Nikki to make a wish to somehow get real Nikki to come back, because it would have somewhat affected Bear's original wish, it wouldn't have worked. Like, basically, this rule is saying, and I think is the most important rule, you one wish can't, it cannot affect another wish deliberately. Like, for example, right, if I make a wish and say I want to walk down the street tomorrow with Thomas, right, and tomorrow Thomas made a wish saying I want to walk down the street with Jalen, like, that's two wishes that can work together that are completely fine. But if Thomas were to say I want to walk down the street with Jalen on Tuesday, like, that wish wouldn't work because of the wish I already made, if that makes sense. Because it like crisscross. It could be parallel, but it can't intervene with each other. To go in with this final piece of the story, you then have Bear, who, knowing this the end game, he runs into the bathroom with the gun. Freaky Nikki screaming at the door. But very importantly, at this point, Freaky Nikki, for some reason, is just like, I'm breaking up with you. That's like a whole nother theory I might want to get to into a later video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But at this point, Freaky Nikki's like, I want to break up with you. Beard knows he has to, off himself. So then what happens is that we don't hear the wish Nikki makes, and that's what makes all of this even more like confusion. Because if it was just like, I wish Bear would love me, that would be the wish. I would Bear would love me. So I think Curry Barker did it on purpose, not obviously us for not to hear exactly what the wish was. But at the same time, it's clear that one, Bear has a sudden change just like Nikki. And just by the way his eyes moving in the scene, it's clear as like someone is recollecting, not there, not knowing the situation, gets up and is just like, I know I have to go do this. I have to love Nikki, smile on his face or whatever. But he still, is about to die. And it's just one, the answer to this video is obviously no, this is not Bear. But to go into it exactly why this isn't Bear. So did Nikki make a similar wish to say, freaking Nikki make a wish like, I wish Bear could finally love me no matter what you have to do, something like that. But at the same time, Bear never blatantly tells Nikki like, I need you to make this wish to help out the situation, or even know if it was real enough to work. So how would Freaky Nikki know to make a wish and also break it? Like Bear didn't even, say anything or like elaborate to her like fully the plan of what exactly happened. Like Freaky Nikki knows. Like Freaky Nikki already knows. That's one thing that you get with the movies, that is very inferred that Freaky Nikki is well aware of what's going on, that she's piling somebody else's body. So at this point, it was just even crazier that she knew, or yeah, it's even crazier that she knew that she had to break this because her wish, because like she has to fulfill her wish, and her wish is to love Bear more than anybody in the world. So in that moment, the only thing she could do is make another wish to make Bear love her in the world. You feel me? But that was the only time freaking Nikki did something selfish, kind of. That wasn't straight like, I'm doing it to love Bear. That what makes it kind of even more confusing. So it was just like, I wish we did hear the wish, but at the same time, I feel like on purposely we didn't hear the wish. That's why it's kind of, this kind of is up for debate. Like, does each wish ultimately get your body manipulated, controlled by a certain thing if it's out of your um what are the word I'm looking for, chat? Uh um what fucking word am I looking for? Oh, if it's not like consensual, and that's goes by the rules, is that use at your own risk and unintended consequences. Like basically, like depending on what you wish, like it will affect other people, and their bodies might be taken over, and that's the scary part of it. And it's shit. It's in the fine print. If Bear would have read and understood the project, he would have understood. And that just shows, like for example, with Ian's wish, how he just got $1 billion, and he just got $1 billion. But at the same time, like it was parallel to another wish, and he was connected to that wish, and ultimately he died because of Bear's original wish. Like if you get what I'm saying, like even because Ian made his wish, like his wish worked parallel with the wish, right? But once he tried to go to Bear, like, Bear, guess what, I got $1 billion, that's when he died, because he interfered with another wish. You can't interfere. You can work parallel with the wish if it doesn't cross sides. And ultimately, I think that's why it works really good with Bear dying at the end, because genuinely, what will happen if Bear didn't kill himself? Like, if Bear in that moment didn't shoot himself or didn't take the bills, and he was just standing there, and Nikki made that wish, at that point in time, what would be the movie? Like pure destruction because of these two lovebirds, you know? And that's another even bigger question of what if, like, imagine that's like an alternate ending, bro. I would pay to see that. Apparently it is an alternate endings though, like where Nikki died or some shit like that. But that's my little theory, man. If you guys want another theory video on exactly like what I really think Freaky Nikki is or are or they, I'll definitely do another video if this gets another nice little views. You guys have been loving my obsession videos, so I really love it, guys. Appreciate you. And with that being said, peace.